Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Assets Television.
Hello and thanks for staying with us on Assets Television. Welcome to the news. I am Eugenia Solomon. First, the headlines. PDP kicks as Inec declares Ayedatiwa as duly elected governor of Ondo State. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo calls for credible officials in electoral. And other news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has arrived at the Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to attend the 19th Heads of State and Government Summit of the Group of 20, G20. The president, who arrived on Monday, 3:03 a.m. Nigerian time, was received by Ambassador Breno Costa and the Minister of External Relations of Brazil. He was accompanied by Yusuf Tugar, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Idi Mukhtar Maiha, Minister of Livestock Development, and Hannatu Musawa, Minister of Arts, Tourism, Culture and Creativity. Others are Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, and Ambassador Muhammad, Director General of the National Intelligence Agency. President Tinubu is also expected to hold bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the summit in advancement of Nigeria's socio-economic reforms. President of Brazil, Lula da Silva, is hosting the 2024 G20 summit, having held the group's rotating presidency since December 21st, 2023. His tenure ends on November 30th. While still on politics, the re-election of Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of the All Progressives Congress in Saturday's election has sparked controversy, with the People's Democratic Party rejecting the results and alleging electoral fraud. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission disagreed with the PDP on the conduct and outcome of the poll, insisting that it was free, fair and credible. The Electoral Commission declared Ayedatiwa the winner after he secured a total of 366,781 votes, defeating the PDP's Agbola Ajayi, who garnered 117,845 votes. Announcing the governor's victory on Sunday, the state returning officer, Professor Olayemi Akinwumi, said Lucky Ayedatiwa of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is returned elect. Ayedatiwa swept all 18 local government areas in the state, prompting both criticism and defense from various quarters. But reacting to the election outcome, the PDP, through its National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, described the election as a sham, accusing the APC of engaging in vote buying, intimidation and other manipulative tactics to suppress voters' will. Well, in the meantime, former President Muhammadu Buhari has commended the success of the All Progressives Congress APC in the Saturday governorship election in Ondo State, which returned Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. In his reaction to the outcome of the election, the former president said the voters had spoken lucidly and loudly about the confidence they have in the party and the governor. Buhari said in a statement by his spokesperson, Garba Shehu, on Sunday that the voters had expressed their wish through the ballot box, adding that this should be respected by other stakeholders. The former president said the election outcome had shown that democracy remained strong and could not be easily overturned in a country as large and diverse as Nigeria. He, however, challenged the governor-elect to put in place policies that engender economic growth, tame high unemployment and inflation, while pursuing welfare programs to make life better for the people. Former President Buhari also commended the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, and law enforcement agencies for their efforts in reducing observed shortcomings in previous elections. On the other hand, the former President Olusegun Obasanjo has called for the appointment of a credible leadership of the Independent National Electoral Commission at all levels for electoral integrity. He made the call at the weekend via a recorded video address at the Chinua Achebe Leadership Forum at Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut, United States. He stated that Nigerians must ensure that the Inec chairman and his staff were thoroughly vetted, adding that the vetting exercise should yield dispassionate, non-partisan actors with impeccable reputation. Describing the 2023 election in Nigeria as a travesty, Obasanjo stated that following the problem-prone exercise, electoral system reform is now among the top targets for change in Nigeria. He insisted that Nigeria must find a way to prevent electoral interference at every level and protecting elections from foreign as well as local malevolent actors. At the local level, Obasanjo stated that Nigeria should implement and enforce clearly defined financial regulations for political campaigns to ensure compliance with financial regulations. While still on politics, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) on Sunday faulted President Bola Tinubu for decorating the visiting Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Nigerian's second highest national honor of the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. The Deputy National Youth Leader of the PDP, Timothy Asodolo, described the president's action as misplaced priority. But the Deputy National Organizing Secretary of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Nze Chidi Duru, kicked against that the president, arguing that the president didn't do anything unprecedented. The PDP's criticism comes a few hours after Tinubu conferred Modi with the highest honor in the land during the Nigeria-India bilateral meeting held at the presidential villa, Abuja. The president said that the award was bestowed on the Indian Prime Minister as a show of appreciation for their partnership and bilateral relationship. Well, Assets Television News will continue shortly after the break. Stay with us.
Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television.
Well, many thanks for staying with us. If you are just joining us, you are watching the news on Assets Television. The deputy spokesperson for the House of Representatives, Philip Agbese, has disclosed that some state governors are threatening to deny federal lawmakers return ticket in the 2027 general elections if they do not withdraw their support for President Bola Tinubu's tax reforms bills now before the National Assembly for consideration. Agbese also disclosed that the lawmakers will today, which is Monday, engage the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, and other renowned tax experts on the bills. Recall that on September 3rd, 2024, the President transmitted 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly for consideration, following the recommendation of the Oyedele-led Tax Reforms Committee. The bills include the Nigeria Tax Bill 2024, which is expected to provide the fiscal framework for taxation in the country, and the Tax Administration Bill, which will provide a clear and concise legal framework for all taxes in the country and reduce disputes. Others are the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishment Bill, which will repeal the Federal Inland Revenue Service Act and establish the Nigeria Revenue Service, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill, which will create a tax tribunal and a tax ombudsman. The 36 state governors have, however, demanded the withdrawal of the executive bills, citing the need for more consultation and public input. In the meantime, the president has rejected the Council of the Governors, insisting that amendments to some of the clauses can be made when the bills come up for debate in the Senate and House of Representatives. Now, the Nigerian Air Force NAF has said that the air component of Operation Fansan Yamma successfully neutralized several bandits in Babban Kauye village, Tsafe local government area of Zamfara on November. NAV spokesman Air Commodore Olushola Akinboyewa said in a statement on Sunday that the success was recorded in further air interdiction missions on large gatherings of bandits in area. Akinboyewa said that NAV had sustained its aggressive air interdictions campaign nicknamed Operation Farautar Mujia, aimed at eliminating bandits threats in northwestern Nigeria. He said the operations led to the neutralization of numerous bandits, including key loyalists of infamous bandits leaders Dan Isuhu and Dogo Sule. According to him, the airstrikes targeted a large assembly of bandits in Babankoye village. Akinboyewa said the Tsafe local government area had long been a flashpoint for bandits' activities, with factions loyal to Isuhu and Dogo Sule, notorious for orchestrating violent assaults on local communities, security forces, and vital infrastructure. According to him, these groups have utilized remote settlements like Babankoye as strategic safe havens from which they coordinate and execute their nefarious operations. While now Transcorp Hilton Abuja is continuing its Career at Hilton program, a one-month intensive experience aimed at empowering young talents in Nigeria's hospitality sector. The program provides hands-on training across multiple departments, mentorship and experienced professionals, and guidance on career development. This initiative aligns with Hilton's Travel with Purpose goal, focusing on social impact and youth development. Careers at Hilton have successfully placed numerous participants in full-time positions at Transcorp Hilton Abuja and other top hospitality brands, fostering a new generation of hospitality leaders. As a leader in Nigeria's luxury hospitality sector, with 667 rooms, 7 restaurants and bars, and extensive leisure facilities, Transcorp Hilton remains committed to service excellence and community responsibility. Owned by Transcorp Hilton PLC and managed by Hilton, Transcorp Hilton Abuja continues to drive socio-economic growth through initiatives like Careers at Hilton. Well, away from the national scene now, the U.S. President Joe Biden has given the green light for Ukraine to use long-range U.S. missile to strike inside Russia. The news has not been formally announced, but Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the missile will speak for themselves. The U.S. will reportedly allow Ukraine to use the missile to hold onto the small chunk of Russian territory it occupies in Kursk. The U.S. apparently made its decision after Russia allowed North Korea troops to fight alongside Russians in Kursk. Last night, Russia launched another drone and missile attack on Ukraine, with at least 11 people killed by a missile attack in Sami near the border. Well, on the foreign scene, Nigeria's Super Eagles are poised to take Rwanda's Amavubi on Monday in the final Group D encounter of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier, while the 3-time African champions have already secured a ticket to Morocco 2025 and the top spot in the group. Head coach Austin Eguavon has assured fans that the team will aim for victory even in the absence of goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, defender Olaoluwa Aina, and forward Ademola Lukman Egwavon will be keen to maintain the team's unbeaten run and will likely name a strong squad when Nigeria hosts Rwanda at Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo by 5 p.m. In a Sunday press release titled Morocco 2025, despite ticket in pocket, Super Eagles go for victory against Amavubi, published on the Nigeria Football Federation's website. Egwavon expressed the importance of maintaining the team's momentum. The match comes amid the absence of key players. And with that sports story, we come to the end of the news. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms for updates and programs. On behalf of the entire news crew, I am Eugenia Solomon. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television.